NLP UK Training podcast. I'm Fraser, and with me today we have the lovely Lorna Maskell. So, Lorna, we've spoken to you before, and last time we talked about what you did do for quality culture and NLP UK Training. Today, I'd like to talk to you about sales. So, sales is something that our delegates want information about day in, day out. So a lot of our graduates will go on to start their own coaching or training businesses, or they may already be in business and they're using NLP to help them take that next step in their business. And sometimes people can be a little bit scared of sales, but you're not.
No.
So what is it that you do differently?
I used to be really scared of sales, to be honest with you. I used to have the mindset that salespeople were awful people and they were pushy and you know, who'd want to be a salesperson? That, you know, it's almost smacked of desperation. But I tell you what, as you know, I used to work for Dr. Tad James out in Australia. And I was promoting and his courses. I was selling his courses for him. But before I got into that job, I got offered that job when I was out in Australia, and it was for a sales and administration job. I was out in Australia looking for coaching work, but I was offered a sales and administration job, and I'm like, I don't want to do sales. I don't want to do sales. So I turned it down. I said, thank you very much. Imagine turning down the world's leading trainer of NLP.
Yeah.
Saying,
wow, that's
no,
special,
thanks.
Lorna.
And off I went on my travels around Australia. And a couple of months later, I was running out of money. I was in Perth, and Tad James was based in Sydney. And I was in Perth, and I got this phone call from Connor, who was Tad James's. At the time, I think he was his operations manager. And he was the guy that I'd originally spoken to, and he'd offered me a job. Anyway, he called me and said, look, we are about to open up our sales season. Come and join us for a few months. We still want you. And at that point, I was like, I must admit, I need the money now. I'm running out of money. I'm across the other side of Australia. What the hell? And he's like, if you can get back to Sydney on the red-eye flight tonight, we can sit down and have a proper chat about this. And you could start work literally next week with us. And I'm like, okay. That evening, I got on the phone to my sister in absolute floods of tears. I was like, oh my God, I need this job. I hate sales. I can't stand sales. What am I going to do? I was a mess, but I was in a mess at the same time. I didn't want to go back to the UK. I wanted to stay in Australia, but I needed work. And I had the offer of maybe going to a country pub in the middle of nowhere to do work. And it just, anyway, I got on that call to my sister, and she said, Lorna, sales, she said, Lorna, you have been selling all your life. I'm like, what? She's like, all sales is providing information to somebody. And it changed everything for me. It just changed my whole mindset on it. It's like, okay, I can do that. I can provide information. And that's basically sales. I got on that red eye. I basically had a chat with Connor, and I did start working for the Tad James company straight after. And I learned so much from them. Obviously, I did my NLP training with them as well. And Connor was amazing. I absorbed a lot in terms of understanding what sales is and what it isn't, and helping people. What sales is helping people. Simple as that. It's just helping people and giving them information about something that they're interested in, and helping them make an informed decision about whether they want to purchase or not. Simples.
And if they don't, that's okay, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know what? If they don't, and if somebody says to me, I'm no longer interested, thank you for the information. I'm no longer interested. It's actually a case of going, thank you for letting me know that you're not interested, because I can now focus my efforts elsewhere. you know. And you can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. You can't make somebody purchase something that they don't want. There is no such thing, you know. If what you're offering is aligned with that person's values and they can see that how it can help them, then they're gonna purchase from you. Also, you can't lose aligned clients. You can't lose the clients that you're meant to serve. They no matter what, you can't lose people who you're meant to serve. It's as simple as that.
And I think that's quite a big insight into that mindset for sales. It's not thinking about, oh, I'm trying to sell a service or a product. I'm just having a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just a conversation, be interested. It's a bit like coaching, isn't it?
It's very like coaching. Well, essentially it is coaching. Because in the end, what you're doing is first and foremost, you'll build rapport with that person. You know, you'll get on the phone to them, or you'll get on a call like this to them, or or you'll meet them or somewhere. And first and foremost, people buy from people they like, and people that they connect with. So you'll build rapport with that person first and foremost anyway. And then you'll ask them, what do you want? What are you looking for? Or my line is, what sparked your interest in NLP? And then they'll tell you everything that they're wanting. This is what I want, blah 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 blah. They'll tell you, this is what I want. And then you'll go, okay, cool, that's interesting, because actually what I've got could probably help you, or definitely help you with what you want. And you link, it's a 5-step sales process. You link the need, or you link your product with the person's need. I want this, great, I've got this. Oh, it's a marriage made in heaven. Next step, let's go for it. It's as simple as that, isn't it?
There's no great, people think that you've got to do all these courses on sales, but actually when you just talk to someone and are genuinely interested in what it is they want, if you have got something that will help them, fantastic. But if you haven't, what I do is I say, that's not something that I can help you with, but I might know someone that could.
Exactly. So you do help them anyway. Coaches help people. Coaches are inherently people who like to support and help other people. So if you are a coach, and if you train with us, you are a coach, then you'll naturally want to help that person anyway. So sales actually is a natural progression. Yeah.
And I think it's quite interesting what you said about what your sister said to you. One of the things when we're teaching the 5-step sales process on practitioner courses, a question that I always ask the entire class is, who's in sales? Pop your hands up if you're in sales.
And nobody does.
So many people keep their hands down. It's like, but you're all in sales every day. Because we sell ourselves, we sell our ideas, we sell what we want to other people. We just don't realize that we're doing it. So I see it as a very, very natural conversation that we have every day.
Absolutely. And presumably you're selling something that you're passionate about anyway, your product, your service. If you are a coach and you're selling yourself, you're passionate about the reason you're a coach is because you're passionate about helping other people. And that's the easiest thing in the world to sell, is because naturally your passion for your service will come through, and it's part of the what I say to people on certain calls, actually, who are looking for help with sales, is that it all comes down to your belief systems as well. If you don't believe in your product and service, you're going to have real problems selling it. And if there's a team of people, salespeople out there, and a sales manager comes to me and says, how can I help with my team? It's like, well, find out first and foremost, how your team feel about the product they're selling. Because if they've got limiting beliefs about that product, they're not going to hit targets, you know. So first and foremost is making sure that the belief system is in place surrounding what you're selling, you know. Because after that, if you're completely passionate about it and you believe in it, then really it literally is just about providing the information so that people can go, oh, I'm going to jump on board with you.
So if you were to give one more tip about how to be the most authentic, best salesperson that someone can be, what would that tip be? There's an NLP question for you.
Well, my immediate response is listen and build rapport. You know, the person you're going to be talking to will tell you everything that you need to know about what they need and what they want. And, you know, build that rapport first and foremost, because as I say, people will purchase from people that they like and that they feel comfortable with. That hard and fast is first and foremost, you know, build the rapport. I want to say it as well, have the belief, you know, have the belief in the product, be passionate about it, and take pressure off yourself. You know, if somebody says no to you, say thank you and move on to the next thing. I think that's 3.
That's all right. More the merrier, Lorna. Fantastic. So, guys, as Lorna said, you know, NLP is all about communication, building rapport, building that relationship, getting the right beliefs in place. And we also teach something called the 5-step sales process. That's it on day 7 of our NLP practitioner course. So if you're interested in how to sell better and sell in a way that's really congruent and authentic for you, give Lorna a call. How can people get in touch with you to talk about booking on the course, Lorna?
Go on the website, nlpuktraining.com. All the course information is up there. All of the courses have got an inquire now button. Click on that and you'll see lots of different ways you can get in touch with me. You can book a call with me via Zoom, or you can book a call with me via my mobile, or you can call our office, and if I'm available, they'll put the call straight through, or you can just email me. All the information is on the website.
Fantastic. Lorna, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. So thanks for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.